August 16th, 2022. In another week, the kids will be back in school. So we did one last field trip for the summer. But that field trip will be the subject of another video. Right now, I'd like to talk about what happened after the field trip. I had made a promise to this group on Facebook that I would be there with my drone to film the departure of the cruise ship. But little did I know that the winds of change would come sweeping through, and with them, they would bring some rain. As a pilot, I've had lots of experience reading the weather. So I checked the weather radar and it only confirmed what I already saw. There was a storm moving in. So with the ship departing from here, and the storm being about 18 miles wide, I had serious misgivings as to whether I should make the trip or not. But I did make a promise, and the storm was moving slowly. So I started driving, wondering to myself if I was making a big mistake and putting my life in jeopardy. When I got to Singer Island, the skies were dark, but no sign of rain. Apparently, I would have just enough time to ride down to the inlet, but this time I would take a different route. And although I got to the inlet before 5 p.m., the ship was already in the entrance of the inlet and making its way out. I wondered to myself if that early departure was prompted by the storm. I didn't have much time to think though. The ship was getting closer, and I had to launch my drone as soon as possible. Although the skies were overcast and the wind was picking up, the weather conditions were good enough for my flight to be considered legal, so I took off. The flight was over and it was now time to head back to my vehicle. There was still no rain, but the lightning strikes were getting closer and closer.
Gotta get to that car, and fast. Otherwise, I could end up being barbecue. And if there's gonna be any barbecue, I'm gonna be doing the eating. I'm not gonna end up on the grill. I don't think so.
Finally, I got to my vehicle and I was able to take refuge inside its cozy interior. Funny enough, it had rained a lot at my home, but at the port of Palm Beach, there was only a threat of rain. That experience reminded me of a very important lesson. Dark skies don't mean you have to give up. Just get your bearings and find a new path.